Mitzie from Craft and See with Laura B. How are you all today? I'm doing well. This is Friday, the 9th of June, and I am participating in the hashtag Think Outside the Box challenge with Tommy from Paper Crafting with Tommy, Rhoda Burks at Rhoda Burks, Keong Shotwell at Keong Shotwell, Mitzie at 307 Junk Journals, and Candace Johnson at Journal Me Crazy by Candace Johnson. So this prompt was Mitzie's at 307 Junk Journal, and we were to take a plastic bag. It could be a food plastic bag, it could be a grocery plastic bag, it could be a garbage bag, anything as long as it was plastic. So watch as I take this and turn it into that. Through my favorite jelly print. And I still have one over here just so I could show you one. And this is going to be very tricky because I only have so much space. So what I did is, and I did this prep so I knew it would work and you wouldn't have to watch me do each and every one of these. So I took the garbage bags, that's in the garbage bag, cut them to roughly 8 by 10. Not easy because they're very slippery, very, very slippery. They slip and slide, slip sliding away. Anyway, so I took that and jelly printed them, one darker, one lighter, and then let it dry. It did not take that long. And here we are. I cut them into 3/4 inch strips as roughly as I could, but I will show you. I did keep this out so I could, there it is, it's behind me. I gotta be very gentle with the baby, but we're only gonna do a little tiny one. So, get my layers and not bump anything. So since I already have purposely let this dry and stamped my flower stamp that I made out of cardboard, I do want to say that I'm expecting the pest control people to come by. They come by periodically to spray the grounds, and I had to inform them I'm having hornet problems, and I have one that decided to build a nest, a very active nest, right above my door to outside, and it looks like there's already pupa in it. It's, you know, so anyway, yeah, they had to come by, and anytime between, you know how it goes, anytime between 1 and 5. So if I have to turn off the camera, it's not because I don't like talking to you guys, it's because, and it's because the pest people are here. So this obviously has dried very well. So I'm just going to attempt to put a very little amount. I'm almost out of this color. There we go. Might as well just. And then, what other ones did I use? I used this one. Well, and it doesn't really matter. Oops. A little bit more than I wanted. So, just go over this. We'll see what kind of pattern, if it picks up the flower underneath. I don't know. That's what I kind of did with the other one, the darker color, is has the flower print on it. And yes, it is slippery. I do recommend using a brayer and not your hands. And then I just let it sit. And then I have another couple. These were my offcuts, as you can see. So I think I jumped right in and didn't bother to ask how everyone was. How are you guys? I'm doing pretty good. Like I said, I'm just waiting for the pest people to show up. Got my dog locked in the house. She's not happy about it. But she's not mean. She's very friendly. Overly friendly, I would call it. you know, so. And no, not much. Pretty wet, but that's okay. I'm gonna go hang them up one by one. Did I pull them off? Hang on. Excuse me as I trip over and step all over and break the jelly plate plastic container is what I'm trying to say. And then one more just to get it off. There we go. And then we will see what happens when we take a piece of vellum to it. Just because, you know, why not try? Bonus experimentation before we get on with the rest of it. There. But we won't take very long to finish what I wanted to finish on this. So we can afford to take a little detour. Whoa. And that's the only problem with it, is going to roll up and get everywhere. However, I have string and clothespins, so zero problems. Zero problems. Hang on. I'm just trying to get it to there. I'm still here. Sorry about that. Okay. So that was just the aside, so you could see what I did without having to suffer with me through the whole thing. There we go. And it'll be interesting to see how that vellum turns out after it dries. I hope everyone is doing well today. I started a video earlier, and I may show it for Mondays, but where I had, I'll just show you. I had taken crackle paste and, you know, was painting over it, and I got right out here, this part was done, and then it just stopped. So apparently I didn't clear my memory. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to make what could be a topper for a journal. And it is 5.75, 5 3/4 by 6 3/4 ish. It's quite large. I don't know if it's quite large. It's just an odd shape. So if you were doing more of a squarish one, that would work well. So excuse me, let me have a drink of broth. Make sure I'm still recording. Yeah, I was not happy about that. So on with the show. I like that color better. So I'm sure everyone knows how to weave. If I can do it, anyone can do it. And that's no joke. Under, over, under. And that one is so off cut. Nope. Not that color. Here we go. Come on. And of course it doesn't want to work as easily when I'm filming it as it did. Well, not that it's super easy, because as you can see, it's really slippery. I'm just using Beacon 3-in-1, which is apparently basically Fabri-Tac. which I keep calling it Fabri-Tac. And then I just put a spot of glue at the beginning and a spot of glue at the end. And try not to move it until it dries. And it seems, can't stress that one enough, to be working quite well. Stay there. You know, the true test will be when I mount it on that. The only reason I felt better with having, well, it's because I used food box, one of Joe's frozen Hungry Man meals. So I covered it just so that wouldn't show underneath. All right, last one. That one's the wonky one. Okay. So here we go. The moment of truth is going. Come on, get down. Just straighten up and fly right. There. One more, and there. Come on. It is slippery, and it really doesn't want to do what you want it to do. So it's a matter of making it. Now, obviously I watched Mitzie's. I have not seen anyone else's. I have no idea what they have done. Well, I kind of have a vague idea that we aren't doing the same thing. Just because, oh man. Look at that volcano. It must be because it was warm yesterday. You know, in the 90s. High 90s. Well, no, low 90s. My air conditioner is coming tomorrow. So yay me. My friend is coming over in the morning. Okay, come on. Trying to get that one to. Obviously, because it's on the end. It would not do for all of my hard work to come up. Again, if I have to leave suddenly and abruptly and then forget where I've come back at, because it will all be spliced together, that is why. Make sure I'm still recording. Yeah, no, I'm all paranoid. My phone will shut off. But I erased the videos on it that were probably giving it fits. Anyway, okay. So, I'll let that sit for a couple minutes. So, I plan on finishing this tall accordion journal from the test kit of Janie B Journals. The other thing that I did with this as a tester, as I just completely did you keep up with that subject change? I wanted to seal this in. So I took 2 strips outside and sprayed them with this. And it seems to have worked out well. So these bowed up, you know, they curled on the edges because, well, they weren't backed to anything other than with tape. But we will be doing it with this one. Which means I will, you know, cut the video, so I can let it dry. I'm just keeping a listen out, an ear out for the gentleman It's going to come. I keep forgetting to do their online reviews. You know how they text you and want you to review them? And I have every intention of doing so. And then I forget. It always makes me wonder if they're going to be mad at me and do a bad job. Which, all they're doing is... Well, this guy might have him get up in the attic, because I noticed when I was in the attic a few weekends ago, I saw an old wasp nest. However, it was old. I didn't say that. It was old, but there were cracks. I noticed cracks in the wood, you know, above the windows and, you know, in the attic area where they didn't quite join. They weren't very close. The wood wasn't. The wood wasn't very close. So there were cracks and the caulking was bad. So it needs to be redone. And if they're nesting right above my... Okay, that's where I want it to go. Right above my window, then it's close to the cracks. I was like, oh, I can't do it on this side. Yes, I can. That's the whole point. So I have something neutral. Now, unfortunately, obviously, this cannot be chopped up. I mean, I suppose it could, if you wanted to go back and glue everything, but plastic doesn't really cut the greatest, even with because it's so slidey. I'm just trying to clean off my glue bottle so I don't have a volcano, hopefully. There. And there's nothing. I did not even pay any sort of attention. Well, kind of, because I heard a notification on my computer, my Alexa device, you know. Oops, sorry. Tried to say it softly. And let's hopefully have this pretty much straight on. Oh, close enough for government work. I am not that. The fact that it went on is more than I could ask for. So, oops. Oh, I'll take that one. So I'm not being too precious about it. Now, once you take the tape off, which I don't want to do until I get it all folded over, it will take off the glue. I may not take the tape off, though. So I was recording that video for, you know, the Janie B Journal, and I was doing it really early in the morning. I was doing it like at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm like froggy and like, no, what? But I wanted to get it done. I had a meeting at 8, and I thought the pest people were coming at 9. That's what I get for thinking. But, no. See, there, let's try to slide that back over just a little bit. There we go. And that is why. Oops. Oh, it's because this side is the bottom and it's not taped. That's why it's not staying together as easily as the other end did. There we go. This is coming together. I love it when a plan comes together. I'm very excited. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try to cut this tape off. Oops, sorry if I'm doing it off screen, but I'm just cutting tape off. And some cut just like that. I just want a I want there to be plenty of room. There. I don't want to short it any, you know what I'm saying? So since this, I'm going to come out here. This is a topper. Yeah, it is a little bit quicker, but that's okay. That is okay. Oops, sorry if I'm off. Out of shot, out of frame. Or if I'm talking really softly. I'm really pleased at how this is turning out so far. Okay. Let's try this side. Okay, sorry. I really am just concentrating. Tape on my finger. I shouldn't be sleepy, but I am a little bit sleepy. Okay. So this is what we have so far. I'm really pleased. Very pleased. Okay. Blow out the nozzle of my 3-in-1. Keep it from as much as I can from volcanoing. All right. So what I'm going to do, and because I don't have the capability to pause on this phone, I am going to stop, and then we'll come back after it has been glazed and see what we have. Hopefully, fingers crossed, nothing, it will look spectacular. So it won't be very long for you, but it will for me. So I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, I'm back. And while I was gone, the Insight Pest guy came. So yay, got that all done. So this is what it looked like. I just taped it to this cardboard backing so I could have something to hold on to. Peel this off. So this, as I drop it, luckily it's fully dry. This is what we have. Make sure you can see. And my phone did not flip the way it's supposed to. Anyway, so here's what we have. I will hopefully flip that in post-production. Oh, I sound so professional. So the applications are endless. I pretty much know what I'm going to do with this, but until I can afford to buy the kit, it's not going to happen for a while. So I'll have to put this someplace where it's protected. Anyway, I really like how the colors, just the patterns. And then you put the high gloss glass looking on it. And I am extremely pleased with how this turned out. I hope y'all like it too. So again, this will be a topper for a journal. I know what journal I'm going to make one day, and I will put that on there. Hopefully, unless I find something else I want to use it for. It's not like I can't make another one, right? So I hope you enjoyed this. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up and drop a comment. That always helps get my little channel noticed. Subscribe if you haven't, share. All those things help. And until the next time, we'll talk to again. Peace out, guys.